This program is brought to you by whichmba.net. Please visit us at whichmba.net.
So now we probably know why your program got to be sustained and successful in the worldwide market. So, because Washington Fudan EMBA program is a Sino-US cooperation program. However, when we look through the EMBA market in China, a lot of them are cooperating with Europe, with quite a few Sino-US EMBA programs escape from China mainland market. So early on we mentioned those aspects. Don't you believe that those are those aspects for Washington Fudan EMBA program be very successful in this market?
It's interesting that the expats who come to our program are long-term expats. They are not people who are coming to China for a 3-year or a 4-year assignment. And because of that, they are, yes, they're expats, but they're also Chinese in a way. That many of them actually speak Chinese and live in a local fashion rather than in the expat compounds as many foreigners do. The question about why there are relatively few U.S. joint programs in China and many more European, I think is a complicated one. That U.S. programs that have come to China, many of them have come without a clear-cut objective and without a clear-cut strategy. And they, in some ways, assume that they can do exactly what they did back in the U.S. and that will work here in China. The reality is that the market for English language MBA programs is much smaller than people thought it was. They look at Shanghai and say, well, there are 25 million people in Shanghai. There are 800 international companies in Shanghai. There must be a huge market. That's deceptive. And the market is small, it's very competitive, and unless you have a program that you can demonstrate to the students that will add value to them, and unless you have clear execution of that, you actually deliver on that strategy and the promise you make to them, then you're not going to be successful. No one should think of coming to China as an MBA program to make money. You come here for the other benefits and also because you have a sense of responsibility to bring the best management ideas to everywhere in the world. Finally, it's really important to management schools everywhere, I think, to understand the dynamics of business in Asia generally. The world is now a 3-polar world. It's the North American market, the European, and the Asian market.
Okay.
And the Asian market is just going to get bigger and more important. And if you're not here, you can't understand it. And schools have not explicitly recognized that. The one last thing I will say is that most American business schools, all of them that I can think of with maybe a couple of exceptions, are parts of larger universities. An important part of your success is the commitment of the university to the program. We're very lucky that Washington University has identified Fudan, and Fudan has identified Washington University as among their most important strategic partners. So Washington University and Fudan are doing much more together than just our joint program. There's very significant cooperation now between the School of Social Development at Fudan and our School of Social Work. We have relationships in the law school. We have relationships involved in cooperative research on energy and environmental issues. So that deepens the relationship and deepens the commitment of the university to it. European business schools, many of them are standalone. They're not part of a larger university. They're like CEIBS.
Oh, yes.
They have more experience in operating in a true multicultural environment because those schools in Europe are bringing in students from Germany, from France, from Italy, and so on, from throughout Europe. And I think they have an easier time coming to China. On the other hand, many of those programs struggle a bit as well, I think. So
Definitely.
it's not easy, and you need to be committed, and you need to say that you'll hit some bumps, but you have to stay the course and stay committed to the program.
So we are interested in that any impact from Washington University, Fudan University EMBA, back into your home campus?
Well, I think very much. Certainly, our reputation in China has grown because of this. We recruit many students from China who come to our programs in St. Louis, who spend 2 years or even 4 years as undergraduates at our school. And that's important to us. The other thing that it does is that our faculty are just much better informed about China. It comes into our teaching in our executive MBA program in St. Louis. They come here for a residency. They do some joint work with the students in our program here, and that enriches their experience in a very important way. St. Louis sits in the middle of the country. It's very far away from an ocean, and that means it's sort of far away from the visible impacts of globalization. And introducing that to our students is really an important thing for us.
The preceding program is copyrighted by whichmba.net. For the full version of this video, please visit video.whichmba.net.